Hey, Julie Russell here. Hey, welcome to Wacky Wednesday, where you never know what the topic's going to be, and hey, you never know if I'll be on time, but that's the way life rolls sometimes. But hey, welcome and thanks for joining in, whether you are popping in live right now or you are catching on the replay. It's great to join in. I'm glad you can make it for a few minutes of conversation, and it's not in my kitchen tonight because it's a little messy. So we are outside enjoying the beautiful weather tonight. As always, if you hear something that resonates with you, do you please leave me some love. As well as drop a comment in the thread, share the video with anyone you think it might help, and PM me if you have questions or want to hear more. I'm always happy to share the things that I'm learning, and I hope that they help you. So hey, sometimes I see people joining in. Great, thank you. I'm glad you could make it. It looks like I have a few popping in here and there, but unfortunately I don't get to see you right away, so my wireless must be acting up again. So in case I miss you, oh hey, there's a few. Hey Chuck, nice to see you. Hey Liz, nice to see you, lady. But in case I miss you, like I said, either I'm peeking at my notes or my wireless is lagging behind. Hey Liz. Great to see you. Hey, Carrie, nice to see you popping in, lady. Hey, say hi to the girls for me. But I'm going to keep on going here. Like I said, if I miss you, it might be due to me peeking at my notes, or it might be due to wireless lagging, or that I can't reach to signal you. And sometimes my dog pops in to keep an eye on me. You never know. But let me ask the question for the night. So if some stranger, there he is, if some stranger needed an umbrella, would you give them your only one? Especially if it was raining. So I have an umbrella here, which I'll explain why. And like I said, my dog pops in to keep an eye on me because mom's outside and he's not. But like I said, would you do me a favor and drop your answer in the thread? I love gifts, so if you want to leave me one, I'd appreciate it, because just a simple yes, well, that's no fun. You know, drop me a gift, please. I'd love to see one. I always get a good giggle out of them. So tonight I wanted to share a quick story before it gets dark. What I learned and hopefully how it can help you. So a couple weeks ago, my family and I, the boys and I, were attending the EA Air Show in Oshkosh. And it's a gigantic, spectacular event. And with the World War II warbirds, with the modern fighters, helicopters, single prop engines, you name it, they have it. And, if you happen to be married to an aerospace engineer, or you happen to have kids who absolutely love airplanes, then there's something for everyone. And we were sitting in the front row in our lawn chair. It's kind of sitting next to me here, but you can't see it because the camera isn't quite wide enough and I'm running out of space. But like I was saying, we were sitting in our lawn chairs, and it has the overhang to protect you from both the sun as well as the rain during the afternoon show. And they had paratroopers, stunt flyers, the amazing jet truck, as well as the brand new fighter. It was totally cool. And you would just watch them perform the maneuvers, and it would just take your breath away. It was that cool. Not to mention, if you weren't careful, it might blow your eardrums out. Hey, I see a few more joining in. Welcome. Hey, Michelle. Nice to see you, lady. And it was a cloudy day at the air show. And it was sprinkling, kind of lightly off and on. And the show continued despite that. They weren't going to cancel unless we had thunder and lightning. And there were some people had vacated the spot early because the rain chased them away, and they didn't want to risk getting wet because I don't think they had any umbrellas or any type of, protective rain gear on hand. And there was this young dad there with this little itty bitty toddler dude. He was probably about, 2 years old. And they moved up into the opening in front of us so that the little guy could see, because like I said, he's short, and I can understand that. I'm, vertically challenged like everyone else. And it started raining pretty hard. And this little guy, started fussing a little bit and crying because he wanted to see the plane so badly, but he didn't want to get wet at the same time. And I think this was that father's first time at the air show, because he didn't have any umbrellas with him. He didn't have a jacket with a hood, just a hat for himself and a hat for the little one. And just out of nowhere, this older lady, she walked up right behind him. Maybe she was in her 60s or 70s. I'm not entirely certain. I didn't get a great look at her. But she walked up out of nowhere. And hey, Tiff, she walked up out of nowhere and she just handed him an umbrella, almost this size. And I could tell that she'd bought it there that day earlier on the grounds, because it had the EAA logo and colorings on the side. And she just walked right up to this young dad and said, here, take this. We're leaving early and we're not going to be needing it. Keep your little guy dry. And the father just stared at her, absolutely speechless, because I don't think he expected the help, but he did manage to kind of stutter out a thank you very much. And before anyone could say anything else, she just darted out of there in a flash and was gone. And, that little toddler, a little 2-year-old, was just as cute as a button, and he loved every minute of the air show, that he could just sit there and watch the planes without getting soaked. And it was, wonderful to observe. Hey, Kara, nice to see you, lady. And what I learned out of watching this is pretty simple. That we need to take care of each other more and commit more acts of kindness on a daily basis. And not worry about whether or not you're going to get paid back, or if you'll get your umbrella back in that lady's case. And it doesn't matter whether that act of kindness cost you an umbrella or just a few seconds of your time. We should always pay it forward and try to do that on a daily basis. Because, and I interrupted my own thought here, but what I'm trying to say is that this is something that we try to do on a daily basis. And I'm trying to teach and instill this lesson in my boys, that you need to pay it forward on a daily basis, because we've been the recipients of a couple of random acts of kindness that saved us. So we try to pay it forward, because we never know when we might need it back again. So if you heard something that resonates with you or that you can relate to, leave me some love. Drop a comment or a GIF in the thread with your answer, if you don't mind. I love the GIFs. Share the video with anyone you think it might help. And shoot me a PM if you need some ways or some recommendations on how you can put more kindness in the world. So the next time that you see someone who could use a helping hand, don't wait. Go offer your help. Random acts of kindness don't have to be expensive, not in the least. And it can cost you just a minute of your time to perform it. And you'll never, ever know when that act of kindness can turn everything around for just one person or maybe a whole family. And here's the kicker. You never know when you might be the someone who needs that random act of kindness to save their day, their family, their year, or their life. I'll catch you later.